Hello and welcome to Daily Dose Radio, a 5-minute-a-day podcast studying the Psalms verse by verse, recorded here in the dining room of the Bible Bistro, located in Sharonville, Ohio. Hey there friends, welcome back to Daily Dose Radio. That's right, you found it. This is your home for organic and fresh Bible study, Daily Dose Radio. 5 minutes a day, 5 days a week, studying the Psalms verse by verse. That's what we do here. And today we're going to look at verses 2 and 3 in Psalm 4. Psalm 4 is the Compline Psalm, which the church has studied and prayed at bedtime for generations and generations. And today we're going to look at verses 2 and 3. Now, I'm kind of, in presenting these together, I'm actually doing some violence to the psalm, and I shouldn't do that, because we have a Selah that separates verses 2 and 3, just like we have a Selah that separates verses 4 and 5, and I'm going to treat both of those verses together, even though they are divided. There's a natural division in this particular psalm. We have a Selah after verse 2, a Selah after verse 4, and then we have verses 5 through 8, which finish out the psalm. So, as I said, I'm doing some violence to the structure of the psalm just by doing what I'm doing. But I think these work together, and I really wanted to cover all that information yesterday about the introduction. I knew I couldn't do the introduction and verses 1 and 2 together, so I'm going to just do 2 and 3 today. And if you will, let me read for you these two verses. Sons of men, how long will you turn my glory into shame? You all love vanity. You seek after falsehood. Selah. Know then that the Lord has set apart the godly for himself. The Lord will hear when I call to him. I didn't say this yesterday, but I think it's apparent that what we have here is the voice of the church. Of course, this is written by David, so we think about David and he's running from Saul or he's running from Absalom or whoever happens to be the one, Bichri or whoever it might be that's persecuting him. Or whoever. I mean, there's so many in the life of David, and we covered some of those I think it was last week. But this particular psalm, we can hear David's voice here, but also we think this is a psalm that the church prays, because we're always praying, answer us, O God of our righteousness, when distress has enlarged itself. And here's the distress, verse 2. The sons of men, they are turning my glory into shame. Who is the glory of the church? It is the Lord Jesus, isn't it? And what do they want to do? What do the sons of men want to do? These are not the sons of God now. These are the sons of men. These are those who would wickedly slander the Lord of glory. And he is our glory. They turn him into shame. Now, of course, we're not ashamed of him, but they want to make us ashamed of him by doing this. You turn my glory into shame. You all love vanity. You seek after falsehood. So the truth is that Jesus Christ is Lord to the glory of God the Father, but the sons of men, what do they want to do? They want to turn that upside down on its head. And, of course, they give it their best try, don't they? Verse 3 is a triumphant response to what they say. Know then, see, this is an emphatic statement to the sons of men. Know then. They're not mentioned in verse 3, but you have this know then right here at the beginning, and we know who that's addressed to. That the Lord has set apart the godly for himself. The Lord will hear when I call to him. Number one, the godly for himself are the elect in the world. God has set the church apart for himself. We are sanctified for his worship, for his service, and the Lord will hear when I call. So there was some doubt, perhaps, in verse 1 when the church or David or whoever we want to ascribe to verse 1 is asking for the Lord to hear. There's no doubt here in verse 3, is there? The Lord will hear when I call. Church, be confident. When you pray, he hears. Join me again tomorrow, and we're going to look at verses 4 and 5 here on Daily Dose Radio. Thanks for listening to Daily Dose Radio. For more fresh and delicious Bible studies, podcasts, books, and more, Check out the Bible Bistro online and on YouTube. Join me again next time for Daily Dose Radio.